Alrighty, uplinking the flight plan using the AOC COM menu is much easier than doing it in the simulator. These are the steps in the MP20 section. The first thing it says is to check the database. I don't recommend swapping out the database. It doesn't do a whole lot of good in this airplane. Next thing it does is says go to the to from and put the from to. Today we're going from Atlanta to KIAH. And then back to flight plan. You want to make sure that your aligned GNS position, taxi speed is 0. If it was the first flight of the day, it would have an aligned IRU prompt over there on the fore right. Next thing the book tells you to do is go to ACARS, do an initial request, put the en route flying time in, put the fuel on board. It doesn't really say which one. I'll put the 17.3 that we actually have on board. On the next page, we're going to put our employee numbers.
429737.
And the release number, which is on the flight plan. Today we are release number 1. So I'll put that. Well, I'll put that and then push send. Back to data init, make sure it's populated properly. And this is not part of the MP20 flow, and is actually the first officer's responsibility, whether he's the pilot flying or the pilot monitoring. I found it works out better if you just go ahead and do it as the pilot flying. So I am going to go ahead after I see that release number 1 is okay. I'm going to go to the ACARS menu. Yes, ma'am? And I am going to get the ATIS first in KIAH. Arrival, descent, and then I'll also get the ATIS for Atlanta. Alright, well I'm waiting for that to come back. I'm going to go to the ref, AOC COM. I can see that the performance, the flight plan uplinks are ready to go. We'll load on the right side, from top to bottom, and the order is important. The MP20 section says to review the data. I want you to notice how carefully I'm reviewing the data. The reason is I'm going to check it again once it's loaded into the FMS insert. Alright, after that we're going to need to flesh it out, so I'm going to go back to the ACARS menu. And I'm going to print up IAH. Looks like they are landing to the west. 26 right, 26 left. 27 is closed, that's on the NOTAMs. And then here in Atlanta, they are departing to the west, and the meter is 2994. Appears to be dropping. Alright, so on this point, it's just like you did in the simulator. We're going to flesh it out from Atlanta. The lateral revision. Select for the jackets departure, it's going to be runway 26 left. Custom SIDS, we're doing the jackets 8. 2 jammer. I'll insert that. And I'll check it a little bit more thoroughly later on. From Alexandria, on the flight plan, I can see I'm doing the twisting 3. So, a star. Select the, it's going to be here eventually. You got a lot of them there. There it is, twisted 3. Alex transition, Alexandria, Louisiana. And I am going to be optimistic and put runway 26 left in. And I'll put a transition in. I don't know which one is the best. I'll just pick the bottom one. What the heck? That's in there for a scan transition. NAVRAD, nothing out of Atlanta. Performance. It tells us to go to page 3 and make sure the descent forecast winds are in properly. On a NIT, I'm going to put a 0 for the alternate route. I'm going to make sure the call sign is right. And altitude, temperature, cost index on the next page. Our block fuel is 17, but I'm going to line select 17.3. Hope the 0 fuel rating will be more accurately when we uplink the weight data record. takeoff approach, it says thrust limits and select climb 1. And you'll notice I'm not going to fill any of this stuff in, acceleration, height, slope, or outside air temperature. All that will be uplinked automatically for us. I'm going to copy the secondary flight plan. On the fixed page, I'm going to put the 2 position reports, which are today are jammer. Our second one is meridian.
And we'll take this off here because we fixed you. Now what? Thank you. Sign it off now.
I'm going to check the distance here. 615 miles is what that says. The flight plan says 601. So that's looking pretty darn good. Kind of blurry there. 601. Okay. And then finally, the last step is flight plan. Plan here. It's in plan mode. And we're going to step through. This is an excellent time on your tablet to go ahead and check to make sure that you have the fixes all right. So I'm going to select actually 2.6 left. It's the jack, it's 8 jammer transition. And not that that's important, but on the chart page, I'll select jackets 8. So I'm going to check the fixes here. As you can see, off to the west should be Snuffy, BDOD, jackets, and jammer. And then I'm going to check it here and also up here on the nav display. So as I select through, I do have indeed Snuffy, BDOD, jackets, and jammer. And then from that point, I'm going to go to the fix list on the flight plan. I'm going to check to make sure that I have all these fixes as I step through. So we do have Meridian, Alexandria, Frankie, Rosek, Black, and Twisted. It has me going on to a couple of other fixes which we'll check, but it looks like from Twisted, it goes to Van. Use that a little bit just so that I can see what it does. So Twisted drops me off there at Van. Alright, look at that. That's the end of it. I'll put this back to map. Put the flight plan back up here. And I'll tell the FO that the FMS is programmed and ready for you to check.